All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwath, which is the women believer. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. A lot of people are guilty of this. And this is, y'all click on these videos. Y'all watch these videos as a form of entertainment. And I'm going to let you know something. You're going to be destroyed. You don't want to take heed to the word. People think that what we do is a joke, that this is a game. We put our lives on the line. This is our life right here. So for all you scoffers and people who just be bullshitting, the Lord got destruction for you. So I want to start off with this because a lot of people is guilty of this. It said, but be you doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves, because then you got people who will listen to the videos. And then, as the scripture says in Revelation 10, you know, it's sweet in your mouth, but when you swallow it, it becomes bitter. So it sounds good, you know, to say I'm an Israelite and, you know, to go speak some new knowledge that you came across to people that you know, but it's bigger than that. Once you hear this word and you don't do it, you're marked for death. You had a better chance of never coming across this word. So, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass, for beholding himself and go of his way, and straightway forget of what manner of man he was. That's why the scriptures talks about examining yourself. See, what you end up doing, you're tricking yourself thinking that you are a man or a woman of the Lord because you watch these videos and, you know, you like what you hear, you know, especially when it comes to, you know, we are the children of the Most High and that we got a kingdom coming to us. So you like to hear those things. But then, you know, in your daily life, after the video is turned off, you go right back to your ninja-ness. So that's why the scriptures talks about examining yourself. See, right now, I'm only talking to the ones who actually watch the videos and they think that they down. Watching the videos is not enough. You have to live by this word. Not just, oh yeah, I'm about to go watch this particular brother's video. But then, as soon as the video go off or whatever videos you watch go off, that's why Apostle Paul said it the best. Search out your own salvation with fear and trembling, but not in my presence only. So Apostle Paul, what he was saying, it's easy to put on a persona in front of people. So this is for actual brothers that's, you know, in camps and things like that. You know, you could be you know, the best brother in the world on camp day, but nobody knows what anybody is doing during the week, you know. But back to the people who just spectators and you're not taking this word seriously, death is going to come upon you. So examine yourself, whether you be in the faith, prove your own self. So the way that you prove, another word for prove is test. See, you're not even testing yourself. You haven't even, as the scriptures call it, mortify your members, which means to be disciplined. The things that you have, you know, trouble in the flesh, you ain't even, you know, try to fight those things. You haven't, you know, exercised yourself. You haven't became a new creature. You just listen to the videos. But you the same man or woman. So it says, matter of fact, I want to look up the word prove.
Strong's G 1381. Dokimazo.
So it says to test, yeah. By implication, to approve, allow, discern, examine. So yeah, to test. That's another word for prove. Yeah, so how do you even know if you're a real man or woman of the Lord and you haven't even tested yourself? And the way that you test yourself is literally doing what the word says. So that means if I was because the scriptures call you a hypocrite. Now, if I was a hypocrite, so I make these videos and, I'm prophesying and, going into the word and things like that. But then as soon as I turn off the video, I'll go roll me up a blunt. That's what people be doing. You actually got people watching videos while smoking. Like they literally use this as a form of entertainment. Then wonder why you be bugged out. Got demons all up in you watching the videos. And then you ain't even disciplined enough to know what's the truth or not. So you watch Great Millstone, you will watch Sakari, you will watch IUIC, you watch ISUPK, and you all confused. But you're high at the same time. And then you just taking a piece from here, a piece from there, whatever, tickle your fancy. So the Lord is going to destroy you. So a lot of people is going to be guilty of this. So examine yourself, whether you be in the faith, prove your own selves. Know you're not your own selves. How that Yahushua HaMashiach is in you, except you be reprobates. And you could tell if Yahushua is in you by your conduct. We all fall short. Ain't none of us perfect. But that's why the scripture talks about rehearsing the righteous acts. That's how you test yourself, by rehearsing the righteous acts. But you got people who don't even get that far. They just watch videos and actually think that a man can save you. You got a lot of fans, in this ministry of ours. This is not a fandom. Matter of fact, and then you got people who actually watch videos, and just because you watching videos, that don't mean you gonna get salvation. And a man can't save you. So it said, but let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another. Just because, let's say that your favorite man to watch is one of the apostles, and you watch every one of their videos, and you thinking I'm being righteous because that's what you do. You could watch videos all day. You could watch videos 6 hours a day. But then if you're not exercising yourself, rehearsing the righteous acts within that time, like I said, you could be smoking a blunt. Nothing wrong with drinking, but your ass could be smoking and drinking. Watch, like I said, got your little popcorn. You're not taking this seriously. So a lot of people are going to be guilty of this. All right. So another thing, Yahushua said it best. Now, if I had the red letter on, this would be in red. So it says, and why you call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say. And man, let me tell you, you got a lot of reprobates out there who actually believe that they're in the truth. They still out there on the highways and byways teaching madness. But they actually still believe they're in the truth. When I was talking to my elders yesterday, I said, one of the most scariest things about demons, when a demon is on you, of course, like you don't know that. And then the demon will actually make you feel like you're right. The demon will make you feel like you still in the truth. Like you have a lot of detractors from the truth And of course, they endure for a while, then they fizzle out. But since we have these new detractors talking about the men from the Great Millstone Boston camp, they're new. So they've been out of the truth for like almost a year now. That's early, but they're going to fizzle out too. Because one thing that I realized about, detractors, when you're not prophesying, you run out of things to talk about. See, prophecy is living. If you want to just keep talking about the same subject over and over, talk about the Gentiles could be saved and basically we in the new covenant, like that gets old. All right. And then the Lord just totally spew you out of his mouth. He just gets you out of there. You did what you had to do. You gathered the undesirables that he didn't want. And then you fizzle out. And then the ones that, believed in you, they out there on the outside now. So why you call me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say? Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them. See, you can't just hear the word and think that you're going to get salvation. I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built a house, dig deep, and laid the foundation on a rock. That rock is Yahushua. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. So the Lord is going into the tribulation, the great day of the Lord. So when the enemy coming like a flood, as I say in Isaiah 59:19, the Lord going to set up a standard for the elect. So that rock is what's going to keep us stable in that time. But for the opposite, but he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built a house upon the earth, against the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. All right. And this really goes into false prophets. Your foundation is you came up another way. Yahushua didn't send you. That's why you don't prophesy. You don't warn the people. You want to fill your own belly and make merchandise of the people. So to end it on these set of scriptures. So yeah, a lot of people is guilty of this. It said, also, thou son of man, the children of your people still are talking against you by the walls and the doors of the houses. So you got a lot of people who just like to watch videos and scoff and talk shit amongst each other. Let's see what these niggas gonna say today. And speak to one another, everyone to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from Yahweh. And they came unto you as the people cometh, and they sit before you as my people, and they hear your words, but they will not do them. So yeah, you got a lot of people who will say Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah, but they really ain't living it. All right. So let me get this real quick. And so a demon came by the camp yesterday, the big camp in Boston. So a man who he came around, he'd been around for like 4 years, but he never really grew. And he's tossed to and fro. He ended up, coming around, never really got right, but we want to receive mercy. So when he comes around, we be merciful. But he never grew in the spirit. And then when the Boston reprobates left, he went with them. Then he showed up at the camp, talk about love, 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 sounding like a damn Christian. But he was being very disrespectful because he was trying to interrupt the camp and spew his madness. All right. And he talked about love, love, love. And then he said that we really don't know who Yahushua is. And the spirit didn't permit, because to be honest, we was trying to, get his ass down the street, and he eventually went. But this is what love is. And there's a few scriptures on this, but I like this one better. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as you have heard from the beginning, you should walk in it. Okay. So the Lord gave us the commandments. He gave us what to do, what not to do. And that's how you're supposed to live. You're supposed to not to be conformed by this word, by this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You're supposed to become a new creature. So going back. So it says, and they come unto you as people cometh, and they sit before you as my people. They hear your words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love. Like I said earlier, oh, Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Barakatah, all of that, but you a demon. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covenants. Like I always say, well, actually, like I've been saying this whole video. You got people, like I said, who just watch the videos, but then they still live the way that they live. They don't never change. And lo, you are unto them as a very lovely song. That's another thing. Form and entertainment. And one that have a pleasant voice, it can play well on an instrument. Because remember, this song is associated with being, this word is associated with being a song. Scripture talks about us singing a new song. So this new song, and then when you go to Luke 21:15, it said, I would give you a mouth of wisdom that your adversary cannot gainsay nor resist. So what ended up happening, even though you a scoffer, you really an unbeliever, these words is still, how can I put it? It's reeling you in. Because you know what we saying is true, but the Lord just blocked you. So it keeps you coming. It keeps you want to listen. Because you know deep down inside that what we're saying is true. So it says, for they hear your words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, Lord will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. And that's why a lot of people are going to be guilty, because you're going to realize that everything that the prophet's been saying is going to come to pass. And by the time you realize, it's going to be too late. And then you're going to want to call on the Lord. But you, as he said in Matthew 7:21, just because you say, Lord, Lord, should not enter to the kingdom of heaven. And he's going to say, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. Because the Lord knows your spirit. He knows that you fake. You can trick man, you can't trick the Lord. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Seek ye out the Lord while he may be found. And Shalom.